And welcome back to Pi M Squared. Today we'll be doing problem number 15 of the 2019 Pi M Squared Sprint. If Penny gave 60% of her marbles to Ginny and gave 25% of her remaining marbles to Joe, and 20% of these remaining marbles to Lexi and ended up with 24 marbles, how many marbles did Penny start with? So this type of problem is called a working backwards problem, and it's called that because you have to look at what Penny ended up with and then work backwards to find out what she started with. So if Penny had 24 marbles at the end, let's see, 24, that means that's after she gave 20% of her remaining marbles to Lexi, she ended up with 24 marbles. So if we say Penny's marbles as P, then P minus 20% or 0.2 of P equals 24. So if we solve this, 0.8P equals 24, P equals 30. So now we find out that before she gave her marbles to Lexi, she had 30 marbles. So right here, we could cross this part off and write 30. And right here. Okay, now we have to figure out how many marbles she had before we gave to Joe. So she ends up with 30 because that's how much she had before she gave to Lexi. So if we say the marbles she have as P again, then P minus 25%, so or 0.25 of P equals 30, right? Because she gave 25% of her remaining marbles to Joe and ended up with 30. So now we have to solve this again, 0.75P. And now we equals 30. And now we figure out that P equals 40. Sorry. So before she gave 25% of her remaining marbles to Joe, Penny had 40 marbles. So we can write this here and cross it out, 40. So now is the last part of the problem. Let's say Penny's marbles was P. Then if after she gave 60% or 0.6 of her marbles to Ginny, she ended up with 40 marbles. So 0.4P equals 40, P equals 100. So now we've come to the end of the problem and we realize that Penny had 100 marbles before she gave 60% of her marbles to Ginny, 25% of her marbles to Joe, and 20% of those remaining marbles to Lexi. So that's the end of the problem, but what's beautiful about these types of problems is you can work from the start to the end to check your answer. So if you start with 100 and you subtract 60% of 100, then you end up with 40, which is the amount she had after she gave to Ginny. And then if you subtract 0.25 of 40, then you get 30, which is how many she had after she gave to Joe. And then finally, if you subtract 0.2 of 30 from 30, then you end up with 24 marbles, which is what Penny ended up with. So you know you're right because you can work from the answer that you got to the given answer, the given number of marbles she had at the end, which is why this type of problem is so beautiful. Thank you for watching.